designer based in London. Welcome to my studio. I'm happy to see you. Today is going to be very relaxed, very casual tutorial on how to make a bias strip using Sinamay Straw. So many of you have been asking me how to make a perfect bias strip and especially how to curve it in order to put it around hats. I did quite a few tutorials on that, but I decided why not? Let's make another one because some of you maybe missed the tutorial. So here it comes again, how to make a bias strip. So what is bias strip and what is so important about this very not complicated technique at all. It's really fun making bias strips, but it's very important detail in hat making because you can use it for decorations and you can also use it to cover the edge of the hat, like for example. So this is the hat, a really lovely fascinator that has a bias strip on the edge. Why do we need a bias strip on the edge? Because it covers the open edge of the Sinamay straw and plus it covers the wire, which is important to place on a hat so it keeps the shape sturdy. Another example of bias strip is on this fascinator. So I use the bias strip to cover the edge. Again, the same reason as for the hat before, and also this is also bias strip, but it's just a much wider one, and I used it for the decoration. Isn't it fun? And oh, there's another one, a little fascinator, very beautiful one, very simple, easy to make, and I have tutorial on my YouTube channel how to make this beautiful piece. So this is also bias strip, and this is another bias strip slightly wider than the first one. So it means learning how to create a bias strip, you can control and decide how wide you want your piece to be in order to create different decorations. And even decorating your hats with bias strip with different width can create a really beautiful design element. Another one is on this hat right here. This is from my summer collection. It's a very simple hat, very minimalistic, but very statement because of the bow and the colors, contrast colors, very beautiful base, ivory color, the bow, and the bias strip. So you see, learning this lovely, easy to follow technique can really highlight your designs and make them really stand out. So how about we start? All we need, very basic materials. We need just Sinamay straw that I already have here, pre-stiffened Sinamay straw, and it's quite important because otherwise if you get a straw that is not pre-stiffened, it's going to be very, very soft. So it means that you would have to stiffen it yourself, meaning you will need a stiffener as well. But getting a pre-stiffened Sinamay, you are ready to go. We're going to need water, regular water, tap water, in a lovely spray bottle, pink, I love pink, and scissors. We will need iron, very basic iron, even the cheapest one will work perfectly well. We don't really need the steam, just pressure and heat of the iron that I'm going to show you later. And you also might use a baking paper. I think we all have baking paper in the kitchen, so we already started at least with one of the elements that we need for this tutorial. I'm not going to use the baking paper because I just want to show you what I'm doing, because otherwise I will be covering the straw. But I would advise that you do use baking paper. Why? Because it protects the straw from burning of the iron. And if you like me, I mean, my irons are never clean. I use them a lot, so I already gave up and whatever it is. And if I'm working with bright colors of the straw, I always use baking paper to protect the straw from the dirt of the iron, and also protect the straw so that I don't burn the straw with the heat of the iron. I would use medium heat. You don't really need super hot iron. Medium heat is absolutely fine. So now the next step, and I think maybe it's the most complicated step, is to cut the material, the Sinamay straw, on the bias. It's not complicated. It's just once you learn the bias, and I'm sure that you know what the bias are, but I will just go through that anyway, just to make clear. So the bias are the diagonal part of the material. Sinamay straw is a woven fabric, like any other woven fabric, has stretchy, non-stretchy sides. So when the yarns crisscross themselves like that, it means that the material do not stretch, and this is a straight line. But on a diagonal, and I can even stretch a little bit the material, you can see this is bias. Hello, bias. It's stretchy side. It's magic side. This is what we need. We need material to stretch to its maximum. Bias is important not just in making bias strips. It's important in blocking. It's important in making decorations, in any step when you're working with Sinamay straw or Pinnock Pock or any other woven straws. Bias are very important. So, oh, and just wanted to show you all the different shades of Sinamay straw, and I have a teeny tiny collection, not that many colors, but all I'm trying to say is that if you want a particular color, you can easily find it, because Sinamay as a natural material, it's made of banana leaf, so it's 100% natural fabric. It's really easy to dye, and this is why there's so many different shades of Sinamay straw that you can find and easily color match with your outfits. So another way to find bias strip is following the selvage edge. So this is the edge, and if I fold the straw 90 degrees to the selvage edge, this is how I find the bias strip, just like that. And one of the tips that really will help to save the material and for easier work in the future, I would suggest you always keep one of the sides of the Sinamay straw straight. So on this side, you card the material for blocking, for bases, etc. But on the other side, you see, I always keep it for the bias strip. So it's already cut on the bias. So every time I need to use this color in order to create a bias strip, I have bias strip already prepared, so I don't have to cut extra material. So I'm going to keep my material on the bias. It's a very long bias side. So to measure how wide you want your bias strip to be is honestly up to you. It can be as narrow as that or as wide as that. It very much depends on what's the purpose, whether you want to cover the edge, then I would recommend 9 centimeter wide or 10. That's the minimum. The maximum, well, it's up to you. I'm going to fold the fabric on the bias like that. But if you want to know precisely how much material you want to cut, you can use a ruler or measuring tape. It's up to you. I'm usually just folding the fabric on the bias because I know exactly how much material I need. And following the bias, it's quite easy to cut it straight. And I'm going to cut a little piece, a stripe, trying to cut a neat edge. Okay. There. I don't need a lot of material, just a little bit, and up till here. So here's my bias strip. This is what I'm going to use to demonstrate how to make it. And the next step would be, I need water. Why do I need water? Because straw, when it's dry, it's very stiff, first of all, because remember, pre-stiffened. And second of all, because straw might easily break. But if we apply some water, and straw loves water, if I apply water, it becomes very, 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 very soft. And make sure that you apply water on all the piece. And now, once I applied water, it becomes so soft, it literally feels like it's a cloth, not a straw, but cloth. So no matter what I'm going to do, it's not going to break. It's very strong. And what I'm going to do, because it's on the base, I can do this. Stretch. I'm stretching the fabric, holding one side and another side, and simply stretching. It's like exercise. Actually, it's a really nice feeling of stretching the fabric. And once you do it, you'll understand why it's very satisfactory. Pulling feels so strong. And now, once I have my bias strip stretched, and you see how it changed, it became longer but narrower. So that's why I would suggest to cut the bias strip minimum 9-10 centimeters, but the width can be maximum whatever you like. So the minimum is 9-10 centimeters, maximum is up to you. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fold the bias strip in half, and I'm going to press so that I know where the center is. Okay? And now I'm going to fold one of the sides towards the center, slightly overlapping. And I'm going to fold the other side towards the center, slightly overlapping. And then I'm going to fold both sides together. The tricky part is to keep the bias strip same width and keep it really neat and straight like that. So let's do it again together. So first I'm folding in half like that. And then I'm folding one of the sides towards the center, slightly overlapping. And then I'm folding the other side towards the center, slightly overlapping. And then I'm going to fold both of them together. Okay? So, and now usually I would place a baking paper on top so that I don't burn the straw. But because I really want you to show what I'm doing, I'm going to avoid using the baking paper so I don't cover the straw. And now I am ironing, really applying pressure, helping the layers to bond together. So it's not just the casual ironing, you're really pressing the iron, just like that. And now what we have, the layers attached together, so it's like one piece. And this little edge, I'm just going to trim it. There we go. So another thing that we really need the material pre-stiffened is because stiffener, in this case, also acts as a glue. And when we apply water, the water extracts the stiffener, and under the heat and pressure of the iron, it helps for the layers to bond because of the stiffener. If you were using a non-stiffened Sinamay straw, none of this would be happening. So that's why I'm highlighting, please get your Sinamay straws pre-stiffened. It's going to make your work much easier. And then I'm just going to follow the rest of the bias strip, doing exactly the same, folding in the middle, and then folding one side towards the center, another side towards the center, slightly overlapping. And if you need to stretch the fabric, do stretch because material moves. And then I'm folding together again. And I'm applying heat and pressure of the iron. There you go. And while I'm doing that, I would like to say thank you for everyone who's joining and who's watching me live. I'm really happy to see you. So please say hello and let me know where you're watching from, which country, and why do you like hat making, crafts and arts. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask. And again, you see folding, folding, and folding together. And I can readjust the material. And another thing, if you made a mistake or something is not working out and you already ironed the piece, you can apply a little bit of water again. The straw becomes quite soft and you can rearrange the material. So even if you make mistake, don't worry, everything is fixable. Okay, so I'm applying and apply heat again. And as you can see, I'm working with small section at a time. Okay, because the straw is moving, and in order to have full control over the bias strip, I'm just dividing into small sections and folding and then ironing each section at a time, so I have full control so that I can make the bias strip as straight as possible. Okay, and folding again together. So yes, this technique requires a little bit of practice, but once you practice a little bit, you'll see that it's very easy, very satisfying, very relaxing, and really, really, really lovely technique to learn, because there's so many things that you can do with it. Cover the edge of the hats, create decorations, create different widths of the bias strip. Okay, and there. Voila. And now we have the bias strip ready, and it's really, really lovely and nice. And okay, voila. So, and now what we can do is, and this is what the question from you, how to curve bias strips and create a really perfect curve in order to place them around the hats. So here's the trick. It's not really trick, it's just again practicing and getting better, and that's it. Easy, right? So I'm going to apply a little bit of water, but before I apply a little bit of water, how to create a little curl is, well, I didn't prepare anything for that. How to do this little thing, a curl. So you need, well, let's say anything curly and curvy, and you can just, so I applied a little bit of water, and steam is much better too, but because I didn't prepare anything for the steam, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of water and roll it around cotton thread, but you can use anything, pens, brushes, whatever you have available. You can also use this, like the tubes from metallic foil or cling film, and then hold it for a little bit, let it settle down, let it adopt the shape, and then you just take it off, and voila, we have a lovely, lovely curl that you can just place on your hats like that. And that is a little decoration. It's very easy to make, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it. It's just a little bit of imagination. And like here, for example, this is the curl, exactly the one that I just made. And you can create different widths, different colors, put them together, and you have a very nice decoration for your hats. Add some veiling, some flowers, feathers, and your hat is ready. And it's very easy technique, and you don't really need a lot of materials for that. So let me undo this to show you how to do the curve for the hat bases. So I'm just going to iron it. Another good thing about Sinamay Straw is that it's material that is really easy to manipulate, and it's very adaptive, so it makes it really fun fabric to work with. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of water again. And how do we create the curve? So first of all, it's important that the opening part is looking inside, and I'm ironing with one side with one hand, and will be maneuvering, moving my hand. So ironing with this hand and moving the Sinamay straw with the other hand. So I'm sort of like giving the direction for the Sinamay straw, for the bias strip, and sort of like giving a shape. Oh, sorry. Just made a massive mistake because I said opening side looking towards me, but because I was looking in the camera, so obviously I put a different side, sorry. So again, I'm ironing with one hand and maneuvering the material with the other hand, sort of like giving the direction. This is exactly the same thing that you can do with petition ribbons and gross grain ribbons. Ideally, if you use gross grains ribbons of natural fabric, using synthetic fabric is not as easy. And don't rush. So this is a technique that you actually do need some time. Heat helps to mold the fabric, and you see we're creating a little curve that is easy later to put around your head. So you just open this little, the center of the fabric, and you just place it around like that. Okay. So depending on how curvy, like what kind of curve you need, you manipulate the bias strip. So for this hat, this curve is perfect. For this hat, for example, I'm going to need a bigger curve. See, because it's a more rounded shape. So let's try to make it even curvier. Okay. And just like that. Again, I'm manipulating the fabric more, bending it a bit more. Okay. And then you just slowly, step by step, not rushing, you continue doing that. Okay. And then step by step, the material does listen, and it's easily curved to the shape that you need. There. And then this is also can be really nice decoration. I'm just going to trim this little edge at the angle and at the angle. It has a nice pointy edge. Voila. You can also place it somehow even like that. Adding some more veiling of flowers. Okay, I'm off topic right now, but you see, when you create something, then you see something in your creation, you think, oh, actually, I can use it in a different way. And this is the fun of hat making and arts and crafts in general, designing. It's making something, and the more you make, the more possibilities it gives to you, the more you open your imagination, you open your mind, and different designs come as a solution. So for example, what I can also do is I can bend a little bit this part. Yeah, completely off topic right now. And I'm going to hold it for a little bit. I'm going to let it mold. And yeah, obviously with a steam, it's so much easier. Just a little bit of steam of the iron, and oh, that's nice. And you can put a little pearl here, or a little decoration, whatever you have available in your studios. Then I can even mold it with my hand. And there, oh, I love it. It's quite nice. Very simple, but then there's so many things that you can do with it. Okay, and you can make this part even wider. And well, this is something. Okay, so the point is that you can curve and manipulate Sinamay straw with the help of the iron, just simply by molding and moving the Sinamay straw, the bias strip, slowly, step by step. This is not the step where you're rushing, in order to achieve a particular curve. So here it is. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make bias strip using pre-stiffened Sinamay straw and how to curve them for your hats, to cover the hat edges and for making decorations. And I would like to say thank you everyone who joined today. And I would like to ask you, please follow my channel. It really helps a lot for this channel to grow, thanks to you. And if you would love to learn more about millinery techniques, please sign up to my membership channel. I have so many amazing tutorials and also how to make these beautiful fascinator hats, where I show step by step all the um, all the details of how to make hat bases and decorations, how to put all the details together, how to attach the hats to a hat. And I have a lot of different other tutorials. You can choose either member category, where you have access to all my video tutorials, or you can subscribe to Millinery Member Plus, where you get access to all video tutorials plus members only live sessions that I provide at least once a month. And just a few days ago, we've been learning how to create this really lovely hat base, where I was showing how to block Sinamay straw and peanut pork over hat base, how to trim the edge, how to adjust the elastic, and going through all the details of hat making. So if you want to make hats, please join my membership and learn all the details of millinery craft. In the meantime, thank you so much everyone who joined, and I would love to see you next time during my next video tutorial. So please sign up and hit the notification button so you always know where my next tutorial is on my channel. Thank you so much. And please do let me know how you loved the tutorial, and press likes. Would love to see that. Thank you. Bye.